Welcome to Savvy Business, Life Unscripted, with your host, Christina Rivera, where our guests share their wisdom and valuable business tips, empowering our audience to expand their personal potential.
Hi, Jason Markowicz. Welcome to Savvy Broadcasting, Life Unscripted. I'm so grateful for you coming on today. How are you?
Doing great. How are you, Christina?
I'm doing fabulous, even more so because you're going to help our business owners, a lot of which are service business owners. And, oddly enough, I was living in New York until just 11 months ago. Oh, no, I think it's a year now. And I was living in Brooklyn, and I had belonged for many years to, well, I won't name the gym, but I was going there for many years. And unfortunately, they're doing really, really poorly. But you have a franchise gym, 24-hour setup, gym clubs, several of them, and they flourished during the pandemic, which is very unheard of for a lot of gyms out there who have struggled during this very difficult time. So before we go to all those juicy details, I'd love for the audience to get better acquainted and find out, how did you even get to where you are today?
Yeah, we've been in the health and wellness space for about the last 21, 22 years. So we've owned and operated facilities during that time all through the Midwest. And most of our locations have been smaller footprints, probably average size locations, about 8,000 square feet, family friendly, clean, affordable, close to home. And, obviously being in business for 20 years, we've had to reinvent ourselves a few times over to stay in business. And, we operated in multiple states for many, many years. And, really just learned as we went and tweaked the business model and adapted. And, we went through 2008 with the economy crashing and had a pivot there, and just have learned a ton and have been fortunate to build a great team of people around us that do a great job on the ground today. So, during that time, we've invested in other franchise wellness brands that have kept us busy. So we love the space. We love working with people. We're passionate about helping others. So
Yeah,
that's us in a nutshell.
I love that. And fitness premier 24/7. It's interesting. We had in Brooklyn, it's another gym. I belong to a couple of them, but this one was really 24 hours as well. But now you went through 2008 and now you're going through now. What's the difference between how you had to pivot in 2008 and what you had to do now to keep things running and effective?
Yeah, obviously with the pandemic, the shutdown in 2008, we weren't forced to close, right? So during the pandemic last year, here in the Midwest, most of our states, we were closed for about 4.5 months. So that was kind of unique as compared to 2008. We didn't experience that then. So we really had to, rally the team, rally the troops, and focus on. Unfortunately, we have a really good team culture. We have a really good base of people that just love what they do, and we're able to rally together and just pick each other up in different instances, be creative in some instances, and come out of it really focused on the opportunity of it all and not just dwelling on the challenge of the pandemic.
Yeah, I like that because you can get stuck in, oh my gosh, this is horrible, this is the end of the world. Or you can pivot and say, okay, what do we have to do to make this work? I was really impressed with a small dance school that taught like kids up from 2 to 7 or something. And, she pivoted and started offering dance classes through Zoom, and it actually worked. And now a lot of people are like, this is great. I put her in the room with you. I know she's safe, with an adult, and she's getting dance lessons. And you think that wouldn't work, but it actually went very well for them. And now they're bringing back the actual live classes. But what are some of the lessons you learned, like back in 2008, that you were able to maybe bring into the new, event and kind of add that? And what was new about now going through the pandemic that you now added to make it more efficient business-wise?
Yeah, 2008, we really learned to be resourceful, right? I mean, we experienced a lot of competition, slowing the economy. The banks got really tough and tight with the way they were doing things. So we learned to be resourceful in finding solutions to our problems, whether it comes to financing or opening a new location or during competition that's coming into the market. So I think going through the pandemic, I was able to reflect on a lot of those experiences and try to keep the same mindset and mentality towards solving those problems in 2020 when we were closed. And I think during the pandemic, we were able to, one of the things that we did was we turned one of our conference rooms in our office to a podcast studio that we can record virtual and live classes, kind of like you mentioned for the dance studio. We're able to do that now for our group acts and personal training clients. So we're able to stay engaged with them through the pandemic, which before that, we weren't able to do that. So that forced us to be creative in that one example.
I like that, Jason, because I heard that from a guy who done strictly live events, and he had said, what are we going to do? We live on live events."
Yeah.
And they took it online. And what was interesting is he said, once we pivoted and brought it online, we were actually able to reach our larger audience. Because imagine if you do live events, you're in, I don't know, Houston or wherever you are, you're reaching the people in that area, and that's it. It ends there. When you take it online, now you can reach people in Europe or wherever it might be. You've got a greater scale of reach. And actually, in some business cases, it's actually expanded the business in ways they didn't expect prior.
Sure. No, it makes total sense. That's for sure the opportunity in it.
Now, interesting, I don't know much about the fitness arena. I've joined gym throughout my life here and there. What makes it a challenge to operate a gym business in particular? Because I know there's certain trends, like in the January, everyone signs up. Oh my gosh, we're all going to get in shape, but that starts to dwindle out probably by February onward. How do you keep things going? What are some of the biggest challenges operating a gym?
Yeah, it's a great question. It's at first it's a competitive space, right? There's a lot of options out there, whether it's larger facilities, boutique studios, CrossFit gyms. There's really a lot of different options for people, which we think is frankly a good thing because only 15 to 20% of people in an average community are members of a facility. So really, the challenge for all of us operators is to get more of those people into a facility to get moving. Whatever that is for them, whether it's a facility like us, whether it's a CrossFit gym, whether it's a big box place, whether it's a Planet Fitness, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But I think the challenge for all of us is getting more people to participate and get out there and feel comfortable coming to a facility. So that's kind of an overarching challenge, I think, in the industry. For our locations, we're in a lot of more rural communities, in a small town USA, if you will. So we're fortunate in the sense that, we really focus on placing really good management and leadership in the location and making sure they're magnets for the community, and they can really become a hub for the community to draw people in. So when people, even first time users, come in, they feel comfortable, they get results because they get guided, they get coached, and we get a relationship formed. And we're really trying to focus on being a relationship style business.
You bring in a really important aspect that I think has gotten lost in this digital age, and that is being this kind of relationship business, which I think all businesses really are. Whether you're a service or a product or whatever you're selling, it really starts with relationships. And I think so many businesses forget that it's not just the end user. I'm just here to get that cash end result. You're here to build that relationship because that's repeat business. They keep coming back.
That's exactly right. Yeah, you bet. Especially in a business like ours, it's hard. It's hard work. When you come to a facility like ours, we're not coming and giving you pancakes and eggs and just a healthy breakfast. We're making you work. And it's strenuous. So
well, it's interesting you say that because I've been to a number of gyms, and you say you have to find what works for you. And I remember being back in Brooklyn. I love being in the pool. I can't really swim, but I love pool. I love pool exercise. And I found this boutique gym that offered cycling in the pool.
Oh, cool.
And that was like, whoa, cycling, pool, awesome. No, but that was like the jam for me. And I think, the reason why people often don't stick to that New Year's resolution is because they're like, they don't enjoy it. And it's going to be, there's going to be uncomfortability to get in shape or to stay healthy. But if you can find that movement that is enjoyable, even if there's some uncomfortability to it, you're going to stick with it more, probably.
100%. That's absolutely true. And then if you can compound that with enjoying, finding what you really like to do with a social component, whether it's a buddy that's coming with you or some friends, that's that's the sweet spot, I think.
Yeah. Now tell me how your gyms really not only build that relationship, but make it like the fitness home, because you had said that we make it a place that is social and relationship building. How do you bring that into the gym experience and bring that social component there?
Yeah. You know what? We work hard at it. So when we get a new member into the club, we really try to get them into an appointment after they join the facility so we can orientate them. We can kind of show them, create a little playbook for them, show them all that's available through their membership, and also understand what they want to get out of their membership. So we do that for every new member, and we get about 80% of new members to show up to that appointment where it's, it becomes a coaching session where we can kind of guide them in the right spot. So that starts the relationship. And a lot of people from there get involved, maybe with one of our personal trainers or join our team training or go on a group X class. And then it helps foster that, and it takes them to the next step. And, and then in addition to, we do quarterly events, monthly events, happy hour events, on-site, off-site, challenges between locations. things that kind of bring people together in a fun way that makes it more than just exercise. So
Yeah.
those are some of the little things that we do.
See, this is something you're interesting that you mentioned, because my friend joined a CrossFit gym, and one of the things she loves about it is, yes, it's competitive, but it's also got that super social experience where you not only keep each other accountable, but you enjoy each other's friendship. So you go to work out, yeah, it's competitive, but they might get together in the middle of Central Park and decide to do a 3-mile run together. So It's not as arduous as, oh, I gotta go run by myself or whatever. You're doing it with a whole group of people.
There's a lot of power in that, Christina. There's a lot of power in that. She sounds like she found her tribe, and that's very powerful stuff. So that's great.
Well, where can they find one of your tribes at 24/7 Fitness and connect with it? Where are they all located? Because I know you have a number of locations.
Yeah, we have 15 locations now. We have 3 slated to open in the next quarter. So we're throughout the state of Illinois, and then over in Northwest Indiana right now. We're making our way over to the Quad Cities over in Iowa here going into 2022. So kind of throughout the Midwest, but we're based just about 30 miles southwest of Chicago, down through central Illinois. So if you look us up at www.fitnesspremierclubs.com, you'll be able to find us there and navigate your way.
Yeah, I love that. Now I have a quick question for all those wonderful business owners out there who are always dipping and dabbling. But let's say they're truly into fitness, and maybe they're a fitness trainer, but they've always thought, hey, I want to have my own gym. You have that option to be a franchisee. Explain how that whole process works.
Yeah, we do. We started franchising officially in 2016. So we initially launched it. We actually converted a lot of our existing stores, and our general managers and our operating partners were kind of our initial set of franchisees. So that was fun. So, and we still have that model today. We'll still open clubs with folks and give them some equity in the business with the long-term plan of making them a franchisee. And that's been a playbook that's worked really well for us. And we also have the traditional routes where if somebody comes to us and they're financially qualified and motivated and the fit's right on both sides, they can go ahead and invest and open location on their own. And then we're their franchise support mechanism to give them the playbook, to guide them, to support them in all the ways that we possibly can.
So I'm guessing, Jason, with your loads of experience, over 20 years experience, that, you just trying it on your own could run into a bunch of difficulty. Why do that when they could work with you guys? You have the back experience so that they don't have to make all these mistakes ahead of time. They can learn from you guys and start out running and be successful.
That's for sure the goal. Yeah, to shorten that learning curve, to give them a playbook in a box that's effective, that works, and then from there they just focus on putting the right people in the right spots and having fun running the business.
Now, how do you know if someone's a good fit or not? What makes a particular gym or possible person setting up a gym a good fit as opposed to not so good a fit?
Yeah, that's a good question. Somebody, when we think about like our really successful franchisees and operators, they have some common traits. One, they got to love people. They got to be passionate about people. We're in the service business, so there's no avoiding that. They got to really enjoy that. Having a really good leadership skills is another good trait that's important, because we're building teams of people, whether it's in our service classes or within our own locations on the team. You're constantly developing and working and training people on the team. So that's another trait. And then from there, I think just have a passion for overall health and wellness. Live your lifestyle as well. Those are some 3 core things. It's common denominator. Sure.
Yeah, coming in there and not eating clean and really heavy probably wouldn't be a good fit. It's funny. I remember going to a gym, and I've gone to many in all the towns I've places I've lived at, and there was just one gym. I go there because I'm there to do my thing. I don't care if the people are funky there. But there was one gym I went to, and the guy behind the counter just bad attitude, and I just went to check them out on, I forget the name of the review site online, just to see what the reviews were. Horrible. Bad attitude. They're like, oh, the person up front is really nasty and tried to get me signed up, but he was and you're so right. It makes a big difference. It is really social and is really people oriented. You got to love people, not just fitness. You might like to work out, but if you hate people, it ain't gonna work out.
You bet. Very true.
Well, everyone, go find out more if you're in the Chicago, Illinois area and want to find out more about fitnesspremierclubs.com or become a franchisee. I will put that information in the show notes so you can find out more if that's your burning passion. And I just have to thank you again, Jason, for coming to share your great brilliance and wisdom today on Savvy Broadcasting. You bet, Christina. It was a pleasure being here. Thanks for having me. Really appreciate it. You betcha. Take care.
like, subscribe, and share this episode. To listen to more savvy episodes and savvy biz tips, go to www.lifeunscriptedradio.com. To find out about our paid sponsorship opportunities or how to become a guest, email Christina at lifeunscriptedradio.com.